Filthy, we're back. Starting off on a little bit more of a serious note today. DIOGO Jota tragically passed away.
Rest up, man.
Earlier this week. Him alongside his brother.
Andre.
Obviously, us as Filthy and everyone obviously watching this, we're massive football fans. I think we sit here, we chat about footballers. We almost see them as like not human, like superheroes to us. But obviously, incidents like this remind us that these guys are just human, and it's crazy, man.
Yeah, what a player though. What a player. What a player.
What a player.
And to be fair, you never hear anyone utter a bad word about him.
Not a bad
Never.
word, bro.
Just seemed like a good top striker, you know.
Yeah.
Proper
Top
striker,
baller,
you know.
bro. What a player. Not even just ability-wise. I think he's like your footballer's footballer. Yeah. You get me? Attitude-wise, his example to the kids, never flashy, never... And yeah, man, him and his brother to pass away like this is really, really sad, man. So,
you know what though? Can we take a mention what Liverpool are doing? Paying his family the rest of his contract.
Brilliant, man.
Amazing club. Yeah, top class.
Let's have it right, man. Liverpool deal with things correctly.
Properly, yeah, man.
They deal with things correctly, so they're obviously gonna honour him, honour his family. If you're a football fan, I think Liverpool's a team that you appreciate, you understand the Anfield, the atmosphere, the players, the history behind
club.
it. It's a proper club, man. Proper football
It is a proper club.
R.I.P. man. DIOGO Jota, man.
Rest up, DIOGO Jota, man.
Big up Jota.
Big up,
Rest
man.
up.
Absolutely. Families, kids, all that.
I think this is the combination for the up top. I'll be honest with you. This is great experience.
Centre-mid.
People with ability, with wisdom, and not ginger hair like Cisco. But we move.
Don't do that to Steve. Steve.
Nah, F that guy,
Steve
bro.
was here before
F
me.
that guy. I
Steve
don't
and
give
Dan
a
was
damn.
here before me.
I don't give a
I remember
damn.
when I was you here. I was way more humble
Bruv,
than you guys.
I know you're older than me,
man
but
are
you're not
pricks.
my uncle, bro.
I was so humble.
I ain't rude to my elders, bro. It's just him. And is he really my elder, though? He's a
Nah,
child.
he definitely is. Definitely.
It's not a child of God as well. It's just a child.
Right, we're going to start.
This is an advert for HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Hello.
Hello.
This week we had Menace in the kitchen. Let's see what he made. Roll VT.
My filthy people, what's happening? It's your boy, the Wonder Kid. And you know what time it is.
I just want to shout out HelloFresh because everything's just easy to read. One by one, ingredients. They're there. They're there. This is on today's menu. Melt in the middle beef burgers and fries. It's only gonna go one way, you feel me? Firstly, chop them potatoes up into fries, but make sure you wash your potatoes.
So as you can see, I'm treating this potato like it's a White Walker. You know what I'm saying? Jon Snow. Shoo. Got my oil, just gonna sprinkle that. Then we got the dried rosemary. That's my chips done. Putting that into the oven for a bit. So obviously I got my cheese, cut it in half. In case you didn't know, melt in the middle. It's the cheese that's melting in the middle. So that's gonna be in the middle of the mince. Next step, I got the garlic, the breadcrumbs, the salt, the water. I'm just mixing it with the mince to create my little burgers. So I'm just gonna show you what my first burger's gonna look like. I've rolled it up. Also, I got my cheese. Get that in the middle, melt in the middle, and then we're ready to cook. Look at the burgers. Look at the burgers. I'm not shopping nowhere anymore because I don't see them made the way I'm making them. Now I'm gonna drop a little tip for you lot. You see, when you're cooking your chips, make sure there's some grease-proof paper so that the chips don't get stuck. And make sure you take them out at half-time and move them. So now I'm making the dressing for my salad. I'm gonna give you lot the best information about this video. If you order and use the code FILTHY50, what do you think the 50's for? 50% off your first box. On top of that, 20% off the next 4 boxes. Do you know how big these boxes are? I'm gonna show you how big these boxes are because I could even fit it in my house. That's how mad it is. And to top it off, free dessert for life. For life. That's above and beyond. So now for the end result, as you can see, burger. That's got burger sauce on the bun. The cheese on top of the burger melted. Look at the cheese in the middle. Look at the cheese in the middle. Proper settings. Now, I'll be completely honest, the food was that good. I couldn't even go and sit down in my living room and enjoy. I'm standing up eating, and it just looks and tastes the part. HelloFresh,
You got a friend in me. And like I said, I've done the washing before, so what better way to relax, feet up, watching the latest filthy.
Raw. That look decent.
Yeah.
It's good to buy this.
Yeah.
Remember to use the code filthy50 or go to hellofresh.co.uk/filthy50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off the next 4 boxes plus free desserts for the rest of your life.
That's crazy, you know.
Like a death row contract.
So wait, what dessert is it though?
Sugar
'Cause
night in the kitchen.
You can pick. It gives you options, man, on HelloFresh.
Is it like cheesecake?
I'm a HelloFresh advocate.
I swear they got
Is it
cheesecake.
cheesecake?
There's definitely
There'll be
cheesecake.
cheesecake in there.
Oh. So I might apply for it.
You don't need to apply. You'd pass. You'd get.
I shouldn't be this.
I mean, it's not. You don't need to be vetted. You just need to pay for it. That's it. Put the code as well. Filthy50.
Yeah,
that's it.
Hey, has Paul got a discount for me or something?
Say sorry, it's not us. It's not you. It's us.
I'm trying to get student discount. They do student discount that as well.
Student?
Yeah, student discount.
Which student, which part, man?
But I'm
Listen, transfer business, the transfer window is open. The
Transfer
stories are
Can't say
going
that.
round, they're doing the rounds.
TB is tuberculosis. Quickly.
It is, I was just about to say that.
but
And I think is
No,
it
you
gone
made it
now?
mad.
Is
You
it
made it
gone?
mad.
You made it bad. We
made
can't
it
call, we
mad.
can't call transfer business TB.
That could be tuberculosis.
that's what they just said.
Listen, transfer business, SEMENYO, who a couple of the top teams in the Premier League were after,
Sniffing around.
has signed a new deal at Bournemouth,
Good luck. Well done to him.
Why you say that?
tarnishing any bigger teams getting their hands on him.
Not true.
Not true. Exactly.
I think it's a bit of a security for Bournemouth.
In
They
what
know,
sense?
they know that they've got. No, let me just land. I think in the sense that I think that they know that they've got a madness on their hands, and when a deal comes in for this player, they want to be in complete control of this
He's
deal.
a nutter. I don't know. Have you got his numbers? Because I don't know what they are. But
I was with him the other day actually, no?
what would he have went for? This
30,
window.
40.
No
30,
way.
40.
No
Yeah,
way.
with his
60
contract.
minimum.
No, he had got a year left.
Wait a second, John. What did you say?
He had a year left.
I was with him the other day.
So what did you say?
But we was baking off. Obviously, like, again, when I'm with my footballer brethren, I don't really like to talk about football.
Why did
Like,
you even say you're
Right,
with
so
them?
what kind of combos do you have with Semenyo then? Like what did you talk about?
no, I'm just talking about COD.
What do you mean talk about?
What holidays he went on this year. You get me? Like, what are your plans for next year in
So you
terms
don't
of
talk
like...
about
Don't
the
tell us-
main
don't tell us
thing
you-
with
No,
his
I
life.
don't, bro, because that's how I keep relationships with them, bro. When I shout them,
Listen, let me
them
tell
man
you
are gonna stop talking for a minute, please. Like, you see, when I shout them, man, yeah, they know, yo, Wicko's not just shouting me because it's a favor. I said, obviously, yeah, man's gonna come up and watch you or whatever, but man, don't need to talk to him about football, bro.
So where you gonna watch him?
So he's my brethren.
Where you gonna watch him?
When am I gonna watch him? Soon.
Listen,
Where?
listen.
When he's at Bournemouth, innit?
There you go.
Let me link Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods tomorrow. I'm speaking to them about golf.
He's not your
I
brethren,
don't know
though.
nothing about golf.
He's not your brethren.
No, but in the football world, he's not your brethren, bro. Just see him as the star that he is.
Nah, bro.
You're a little man in him.
No, I am.
Don't
I am,
little man.
but he's my brethren.
You're acting different.
Yeah,
Different how?
Yeah,
Like, because with my brethren, if they play football, I give them advice, bro.
What brethren do you have
You're
now still
moving
kicking
mad.
ball?
You don't give them advice. Don't give them advice. Don't give them advice. Don't give them advice.
I don't understand. You never have no brethren that kick ball. At his age, what the heck are we talking about? We're not talking about retirement football. What the heck?
Don't give them advice. Don't give them advice.
Bro.
He's doing wrong as
Bro,
well.
and the thing is, that, listen, don't criticize him because I've watched you try to give Jermaine Genius advice.
Yeah. Don't give
Life experience advice.
Exactly.
The heck? What are we
Exactly.
talking about?
You
I'm
ain't
not
live no
telling man
life like
about.
Jermaine Genius,
Hey,
though.
hey, John, we've never.
What, so
addressed-
that means I can't give him an advice?
Nah.
You didn't say anything to him, bro.
I did.
You didn't. You drove around the car park and then parked again.
Now you never got out of the car. You never got out of the car.
You didn't go home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You never got out. You never got out of the car. Like you pulled up and then.
Yeah,
and
he
then-
pulled up
and said, yo.
And he said, hold on one second. And you said, let me get my
Yeah,
keys,
you never
get my
got out of the
keys.
way.
Hey, Margo, look, it's a thing like this, yeah? Man
Man
pulled
said
down the
Margo.
window.
Margo's
And I just
cold.
said, yo, be a man of your word. Pow, it's that again.
No, but then you
what more is there to
then you
say,
sped
bro?
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
You see, after you say is be a man of your word to a man in your car, you're meant to get out, reason with him. You cut out.
Nah,
Had
because
a
that's all
police
because he's
chase.
not, bro. He's not gonna hear what I'm saying. But at least
No,
I told
everyone
him.
heard.
That's it.
Everyone was hearing you. though.
Everyone
we
was
heard
listening.
you.
No, you had the whole room. You had the whole
You
room.
had listen in the palm of your hand, bro. Like the nation. You had like, it weren't like just him. Everyone heard you. Everyone was hearing you.
Bro, what you're not deep in, yeah, is nothing.
Why not?
See?
All right, cool.
You get the ball.
So
you don't even want
Semenyo,
the
you
ball.
don't chat to him about football at all.
No, not
I
at all. Not
forgot
really.
we were talking about Semenyo.
He just signed a contract extension with Bournemouth. Why?
I think it's just secure him, bigger bag, and he knows he's a baller. He's gonna get a big team that's gonna come in for him.
Can I ask you a
How many
question?
goals?
Maybe like 2 years.
Can I ask you a question, John Wick? You play football at a decent level.
Remember, he's sorry to just cut you. Remember, he's 25 years of age as well, bro.
That's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
He's 25, bro.
So your prime's
now.
Here, bro.
One more.
It's hit.
Yeah,
On the
25,
wing.
26.
The wingers
On
is
the
younger.
wing.
No,
It's now.
I disagree with that, bro.
Okay, then whether you disagree with it or not, I want to ask you.
So you think he can stay at Bournemouth for the next 2 years? bro?
No, he's got a season.
Margs, I just showed you something. Do I give advice to people? Do people ask me for advice,
for
footballers?
goodness.
we done that about
This is
half
what I
hour
told
ago.
you. This is what I said to you.
This one, no.
He's a child, but I'm not a child of God.
It's a friend that plays football now asking me for advice.
No, he set me up. Hey, he set me up, brother.
Can we have an example of what
He
advice?
showed me something here. I'm reading it here, and I was like, he just stopped, man, innit? I'm just reading it. I'm saying, all right, cool, cool. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why is he showing me this for? Like, I don't even. That happened so long ago, bro. Everyone forgot about that.
What happened?
When are you saying about
Advice.
You still talking
But
still
who
talking about
is it then? No. Is he Prem?
Who?
Do we know
All
him?
right, cool. What kind of advice were you being asked for?
He was asking me about social media advice, what he should do with his socials. And
What
That's
is
not the same as football advice.
I need to know.
Yeah. I thought you was going to say take time, man. Yeah, take
Are
time.
you winding me up?
If you've brought your daughter's boyfriend in this conversation as well, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
No, leak
I
the info.
swear to you.
Leak the info. Who is it?
It's my boy, got a good brain on him, the kid, and he's like, he wants to know about social media. And all. There you go. So yeah, that's a little bit of that. So you could be talking to Antoine about that. You know what I mean?
I personally think I've seen Chelsea do it loads of times where we would give Giroud a contract extension and sell him same window or next window. It happens quick. It's just it's a sign of respect between Semenyo and the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
That's
about
why
to
I was
say that.
saying it was good business from him, man. End
But
of the day,
thank you, Wick.
what was on the table?
So what? Do you think he can still get out of there now?
100%.
Of course he is. He's out. He's out.
He's
out.
25,
I
you
think
man.
I think that is the sign he is out of there.
But then it's security for them.
For how much?
Bigger.
Bigger
You said,
money.
when you say bigger money, he said 60 million he would have went for this window.
He could go for 60
No,
mil.
that's what he's gonna go for now.
So what's he gonna have to do this season to be worth 90?
No.
Same thing he was doing,
He's never gonna.
and plus more.
What?
He's never gonna be worth 90 million.
And Bremo and them man
25
hit
now.
19 goals. They were like 60 something.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same kind of piece. So how much
It's
is he
not
gonna
90,
go for?
is it? You said 90.
He might never get out of there. What's the contract he's on? Anyway?
No, but it's not like that. Bournemouth are not a club that have the power to keep a
Prem
player
team, the
from
Prem
a big...
team's got money though.
No, but it don't work like that. They're doing that as a tactic where, all right, he's on a
So they
5 year
don't
with
feel
us.
under-barreled, innit?
So now, boom, 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 boom. Like,
Is this so they don't get bent over the barrel for this player?
100%.
It might be percentages that got to go to old clubs. It might be all this at a third. They need it higher, innit? So for his security, they're saying, look, you bad it up one more time. That 60 bags or 70 bags they're offering you, you do it one more year. That's
Luke,
one.
when does he leave for a big club?
I think next year. If he does it again, I think next year. If not,
Well, after
if
signing
not,
a 6-year contract.
bro, that happens. If not, he's got a 5-6 year contract at Bournemouth. Security.
We've got
It's
players on
ways.
10-year contracts. It don't matter.
I think with Semenyo, it's a no-brainer.
I think that's well done for
He's
him.
one of the better wide players in the league. I think he'll definitely go next summer, and now he'll get a better contract. Bournemouth get a better fee. It
simple.
Makes sense.
It's a win-win for everybody, bro.
Win-win. Yeah, a bit of a stranger deal now that also at the same time kind of makes sense because I definitely want to see this guy in the Premier League. Kyle Walker has joined Burnley for £5 million.
An honest right back for an honest club.
Definitely.
That's
good
a
for Burnley.
disgusting move, bro.
Let me just like good for Burnley, good for Walker. It is a bit mad. It could be a little bit relegation on that CV, on that legacy. What do we think about that,
I
boys?
think he's got it on his CV already when he at Sheffield United, no?
The good thing about that is he left as a young player that went on to have a great career. So it's different.
He wasn't there when they got relegated.
I think Burnley, if they've got Kyle Walker, are far better off than if they never had him. So I think that they're literally, by signing Kyle Walker, I think you've got a 20% less chance of getting
He'll
relegated.
probably be one of the better right backs in the league, if we're being honest.
In what, the Premier League?
Yeah, you don't think so?
Nah, his legs are gone.
His
Walker's
legs
done.
are gone?
Legs ain't gone.
His legs are not gone, bro.
Don't you remember what he was? You don't forget who Kyle Walker is.
He's older. Everyone gets older, innit?
Yeah, I know. So I'm saying
Legs-wise, he's got the same legs as now the majority of right backs.
He's still a recovery defender, bro. Like that's facts. Like he don't.
But I don't think that's his strength in it, recovery in it. I don't think he's going to be needing to recover at Burnley because I don't think they're going to be.
They're going to be deeper. They're going to be a lot deeper.
Yeah, they're not going to be high up the pitch. So we got to see his jockeying game. Pause and I paused it. Yeah.
You know what you got to think as well? He's used to teams that have got possession. So I think his whole game and the amount of runs he can do that way
he might
are going to be.
Moved to,
yeah,
that's how.
However, you know what? In a way, it might suit him because it's not like he was ever a footballing
he was.
right back. He wasn't, man.
Good,
He got talent to that.
He's a powerhouse, man.
He was kicking ball. He was playing football.
He would take up better positions. He would hurt you. But
He's
I'm saying,
never inverting.
on the ball. When he's on the ball, you're not worried about the pass he's making. You're never worried about the pass Kyle Walker's making.
He used to make lovely passes inside round.
Kyle
he was
Walker
good,
definitely became the player that you're talking about, 100%. But at the same time, defensively, he's always been that guy that you can just trust to.
That's his game.
Win the race 1v1. You understand? And obviously, he's not as quick.
Pace is his main attribute.
But let's talk about the players that have done this in the past. As Steve-O said, he played for Sheffield United when they were in the championship. So it is might be a little bit of a dent in the armour. Me personally, I don't really watch what greats do in the latter stages of their career. I kind of just respect it anyway. You know them ones. When I see Henry go to a New York Red Bulls, I'm like, you know what, good for you.
Who's had the best one?
No, but he's gone home, innit?
Yeah.
My geography ain't good, but I'm guessing like Burnley's up north. Burnley
it's
and
not
Sheffield.
It's all in the mountains.
Sherlock.
It's
But
all
I'm
in
saying
the
they're not
mountains.
far apart, are they?
That's Yorkshire and man. It's like a couple
Bro,
hours.
it's all altitude. It's all higher altitude.
Maybe not
cities.
hours. Maybe an hour.
It's not home. Yeah. But I mean, Burnley isn't home. Yeah.
Manchester up north is
Nah,
up
you
north.
can't just say it's up north.
Up
That's
north
mad.
is up north, bro. Because you know what it is? The country goes thin. The country goes thin when it goes up north. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear it.
See, down south, if I'm from London and I'm from Southampton, that's two completely different ends. If I'm from Burnley and Manchester, that is...
You can't tell a man
one
from
road.
Sheffield
Not say
that
there's
he
one
is
road.
that he's from Manchester.
You can't, but I might...
It's like East London and Essex, bro. You're
That's
not
not.
capping, bro.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Alright.
Sheffield's Yorkshire and Burnley's Lancashire.
Lancashire, yeah.
That's the War of the Roses, though.
Lancashire's...
It's War of the
Blackburn.
Roses.
Blackburn.
War of the Roses.
No, the only reason I understand the shears is because of Pro Evolution.
Burnley closer to Blackburn.
Yeah, Derby.
So top end.
They were Lancaster
Midlands.
Blue on Pro 4. Enough about Burnley.
Geography.
If you watch Filthy, you will know I hate these guys. So it makes sense that they have Tottenham scum right back now. They're going to go right back down to the Prem.
Right back down to the Prem.
Yeah.
What
right back
was
down
that?
to the Champions.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. You know what, Burnley, you've won.
Listen, I don't mind Burnley, you know. I think that they are
Guaranteed 3 points.
No, but I'm saying, you know what they are? They are the last of a dying English brand of football.
Nah, you're thinking. Stop. You're thinking of the old Burnley.
No, you should appreciate
You're thinking
this.
of the old Burnley.
They
The
football.
Diag.
They
Not this
11
Burnley.
now.
Not this Burnley.
They
They play
11 now.
football.
Scott Parker, right?
Since company, they played football. They came up. You remember? They didn't stop playing football when they should have stopped.
I don't like it.
And they got Scott Parker now, right?
Yeah.
Like it.
And he's playing football, right?
Hate
It's,
it.
I'll be honest, man. It's
The
gonna
ground,
be-
though. Sorry to interrupt, Loons, but the ground is still a dog shit ground. Turf Moor, and I think the dressing rooms are still tiny. all of that. So
their stadium with dogs.
no, but in the sense that they use it to their advantage.
Let's not
Burnley
be
fans
woke.
ain't gonna
It
like that.
stinks.
Sorry,
It stinks.
Burnley.
The hell?
Burnley's meant to be dark, slide tackles. Like if you saw Roy Keane fling a flip flap in a match, you're gonna say, "Whoa, what's going on?" And Roy, that's Burnley. They need to do what they're doing. We don't want to see them playing.
Burnley, I'll be honest, this
Should be a tough place.
Premier League is, and obviously this is a transfer business episode, so with the signings everyone's looking to make, it's going to be so difficult for these championship teams to compete, I think.
We'll see. So I believe the cheapest houses in England are in Burnley. And as they always say, England has a housing crisis, so Burnley is not in England.
Yeah. I hear the maths,
No,
though.
it may bring it in. Ali G style.
What that a house like there's like 40 grand.
Yeah, facts.
Tell you, all you gotta do is win this competition with the Rollie,
Yeah. And
sell the Rollie,
And you're in Burnley.
and you're in Burnley.
Living.
Mansion.
But
by the way,
let's
Gotta get Starlink internet
the
though.
people in Burnley, lovely people.
Yeah.
Just want to add that.
Moving on.
Steve-O, who do you know from Burnley?
Someone's grandma. Bro.
I've done a whole football show with them.
So listen, speaking on transfer business, we're speaking on the Championship promoted side. What is just above a promoted side is a team that just about missed out on relegation. Man United. We're going to speak about Man U now. Margs is Man U. Margs has come back after United have finished in 15th place. I know you thought it would be better than this, but it is what it is, and you have to deal with this.
It is what it is.
Can I just get your thoughts on your club being linked
Here. We need to know.
with the free agent Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
So let me tell you something now, yeah. I ain't seen no one link us with them. I'm not saying it's not happened or it's not a thing, yeah. I'm saying I ain't seen it, innit? The only person I've seen or heard say that is Looney. You get what I'm trying to say?
Loons is credible.
So this,
Thank you.
Loons
I don't
is
know.
credible.
Trust
I got
me,
the same.
dog.
I got the same internet as you lot.
Trust me, dog.
So I went to Fabrizio. I went to check Fabrizio. Check Fabrizio. Scrolling now.
Fabrizio's
I never
not the
seen
truth.
that. Okay, cool. And then I saw Ornstein as well, Mikey as well. So I linked him afterwards. No one credible is talking about this.
Margs.
This is what you don't understand.
Margs, see the trust me, dog, yeah? It's before the here we go, you know. Trust me, dog, you're
I
linked.
don't even know what linked means because he's free, innit?
Yes.
I don't know what dog that is. I don't know what dog that is because he said, trust me, dog, and Buemo's going to go to Tottenham.
No, I didn't
Ain't
say he's going to
happening.
go.
Yes,
I didn't
you
say he's
did.
going to
You
go. I said he's
basically
going to
did.
put
You
a
did.
spanner in the work.
There's no spanner. What spanner?
He ain't at yours
It's
yet.
gossip. It's being reported absolutely everywhere.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
It's being
Boys,
reported
boys.
everywhere.
Everywhere. What credible source?
BBC, hold on. Wait,
That's
wait
peak.
there,
BBC.
Wait there. No.
You man see Glastonbury.
The Guardian, Football Insider, Talk Sport, London Evening Standard, Give Me
you're
Sport. We're all talking about it, bro. It's happening.
Filthy.
It's happening.
Filthy.
Are you happy?
But I don't
Trust
think
me, dog.
I don't think Calvert-Lewin is a bad signing.
Let me tell you the worst thing about Calvert-Lewin is his injury record, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So, but if he don't come at a fee,
Look, it's that stuff I was saying, yeah, that everyone pretends to not understand. Yeah?
Not understand what?
When it's just everyone wants everyone to think the same about old school players. You get what I'm saying? Dominic Calvert-Lewin's a throwback player. See what I'm saying? 90s Premier League, I think he's a standout striker, honestly. But you see,
he's never played in the 90s. He's never played in the 90s.
I said I think he would.
Yeah, but he stood out in the Premier League before, bro.
Nah, 16. That's his
He's
best
got on
season.
good ones. He
16
stood out.
goals.
What do you mean? He's played for
Best
England,
goal,
bro.
Best season. Played for England.
No, what I'm trying to say, you're talking about he's a good 90s player, stand out in the 90s. He stood out in the 2000s,
hold
no?
on. Let's compare.
Nah, he didn't stand out.
Hold on.
Why do you know who he is then?
Because he plays for Everton.
Guys, this is a disruptive class, this.
Yeah,
Really
he's upset,
disruptive.
You know
man.
what it is the Andres.
No, Lippy. No, he's trying to
do
do
that.
Lippy.
You're South American, Andre. He's European.
Yeah, no.
He's
no,
actually
no.
South American.
Clashing.
actually.
And you might be South American.
I'm South American. Listen. You see where it is, yeah? He is now trying to pump roids into Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
No, I'm not.
To say he's better than
That's
he is.
natural.
Because he...
Let's be
he
honest.
knows
Can I be honest?
He's
But boys.
going to United.
Let's be
I
honest.
don't know that, but
I'll ask
he's
him
free.
a question, yeah, just because you are the Man United correspondent here today.
Yeah, go on.
Do you like that signing, yes or no?
Calvert-Lewin? No, I don't really like it,
Remember
but he's
the
free.
clothes? Remember the clothes he's worn? Remember the clothes he's worn in certain photo shoots?
Yeah, so you know what? He's going to bring a certain pizzazz to the dressing room. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, certain swag, and them man, they need that. You get me? The only problem with him is that he's injury prone, innit?
Marks.
If he can stay fit, if you got him as a squad player and you didn't pay nothing for him, what are you moaning about?
Why do you keep doing that?
Because it just feels sharp.
Nah, I'm with you. I got you.
I like
No,
it.
but all jokes aside, is an injury ravaged Dominic. And remember, I don't know if you know anyone
Ravaged
called
is a
Dominic.
big
Man
word.
called Dominic they're a certain way. Dominic's one of them names. But listen, is he better than Xerxes or Hoyland?
I think he's the
That's the
same.
wrong question, Lippy. The right question is the players you're letting go. Rashford, Sancho. Are you letting go better than what potentially is coming in the door? I think so.
Well, if they're not playing, it don't matter.
Reintegrate them.
No, if they're not playing, it don't matter. You
Reintegrate
can't,
them?
it's not a loss. They're not playing. The Sanchos, the Rashfords, the
I'm
Antony's
saying
not part of the
reintegrate
team. They're not
one.
even playing. So there's no point comparing what you're bringing.
Mark, since you've been gone, what we do is we let the guys at the front, they control it.
No, it's calm. No, what are you doing? Listen, this is what it is. Naturally, when there's more experienced players out there, we let the game go. You understand? It's been menace and all them, man.
All right, listen.
have to take control.
Let me just go off perception, yeah? United are supposed to be the biggest club in the world. Or whatever you lot say you are.
Are they still?
Allegedly.
Outside of Real Madrid.
Whatever it is, you lot really rate yourself, yeah?
It's not just us,
now,
it's just the world, isn't it?
I personally think a Man United team that has finished 15th in the Premier League and everyone is almost looking at them like a bit of a laughing stock, the last thing you need is to go and get an injury-ravaged Calvert-Lewin. That is not a statement. In fact, that's a statement that you're going to be around this part of the table for a minute.
If he was your main striker and that's who he was going into the league with, then yeah, cool.
Who's your
But
main striker? Do you think you get another one?
I think they get Mbeumo done and then they start working on some outgoings.
If you can get Mbeumo, yeah, like this is the way I see it. Obviously, other deals are happening. So I feel like there's going to be guys left over. The Osimhen's, the Sescos.
Osimhen just signed a new deal, no?
For me, you have to get one of these guys, innit?
We can't get
to
one of
not
them
be
without
left.
selling some players.
Then you
Osimhen
got.
just-
Let's have it
Osimhen
right.
just signed a
There
new
was a,
deal.
let's talk about.
Galatasaray.
Let's talk about your outgoings then.
The outgoings is crazy,
Hold
bro.
on, let's
list them. Let's list them.
Let's land it, because like you said, it is no.
Bro, there's no movement, there's no links, there's no rumours, there's no one trying to take
No, but
none of
listen,
these man.
you're saying that. But I think for the first time in a while,
So what's
United have players up for grabs that could actually do a job for other teams. Yeah? Whether they're top teams or not is a separate conversation. But Rashford, Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, these are players that can go to other teams and make impact. Even Anthony,
but what teams, though?
Anthony has gone and made impact
The type of teams that they can go to, they're gonna have to take pay cuts that they might not necessarily want to take,
No.
bro, because of their level, bro. What are you
Not
talking
their
about?
levels because you overpaid.
It's not because man
Yeah,
overpaid.
that's it is. Yes, it is. It is because you don't want them now.
Sancho's only 25 million. What team can he go to and start? Who wants him?
350.
No, boys, this is what it is. I think where it will balance out for the high wages is like you said, Sancho, Rashford, they're gonna be probably available at discount prices.
Of course,
You
but then the
understand?
wages
Sancho,
take it up.
25, Rashford's probably gonna be about 40. If these guys were
But then Lippy turns it into a sly baby Haaland deal. Remember, Man City paid 50 mil for Haaland, but then the wages and all the package, it takes you into the big
Rashford
numbers.
said he would take a pay cut to go Barcelona.
He will take a pay cut, but that pay cut's still $250,000. He's on 350. You get what I'm saying?
he's gonna be on 100 bags at Real at Barca.
No, you take a pay cut and that's 100 bag pay cut, and that's still a high earning player. You're still not like helping us.
No, but
you get me?
for Rashford to be on loan at Aston Villa, the season just gone, to pop up at Barcelona on 100 grand less a week, I don't think that's crazy, bro. I think that's kind of career.
I think that's what he's
saving
offering.
move.
If that's what he's offering, and they want him on sub 200. Do you know what I'm saying, innit?
Let me ask you lot this: How much is Garnacho on?
That is mad.
2R.
2-1? No way is he on 200 grand.
He ain't on no 200 bags, but more you gotta think about is
Malacia's on 75.
Yeah, but that's. Listen, you see Maleficent. He's one of them players. Big up Maleficent. And I know one thing I want to say is that players watch this show, and we have to be careful. Me personally, I don't care, innit? I'm older than these man. I think I can punch them up. Like, so I'm just gonna be honest. That's just me.
Garnacho's the best business Man United's ever done.
right, what's he on?
50 bands.
Told you.
See, there you go. And my thing is, when you're on a player, you can double. A club can double his wages. It's at 100 bands. That's not hurting anyone. You understand? So I
Yeah,
think
but it's what club? How much does Garnacho go for now? They should have took the 60 million from him in January. That's where they messed
you
up.
weren't in a
The problem
position
is
to let
no
him go.
one
Why?
wants.
What do you mean we're in a position? What changed?
You had to even if Garnacho goes now, you have to replace him, bro. And to do that in January, if you did not get,
If
that
you make
player,
money, you can spend money, and there's players available at the time.
it's. I think we're
Why
at
they
that-
messed up is because they had like the 59, 60 million bid, didn't take it. They're not gonna get that.
Who
high
did they get a
again.
bid from? Chelsea.
Napoli.
Oh, for Garnacho.
Yeah, they're not gonna get that high again. That's the problem, and especially he's doing stuff with his attitude and all that. Like they just killed themselves.
So, what's kind of mad is that United are kind of have sent these 5 players out to kind of go and find a new club for themselves. But at the same time, you lot are the biggest club in the world. I'd like to think, same way Arsenal nowhere near the biggest club in the world, but I think a club of our structure, if we're buying players or selling players to other teams, we need to be in charge of these deals. You understand? And you're kind of just sending these boys out there.
It's not
Wait a
like that,
second.
bro.
How old are you? How
I've
old are
never
you?
had one of those.
Bro.
I've never had one of those.
No one deeped when I said
I've
to you.
never had a lollipop lightsaber. I've never had it. I've never ever had it. The thing where you spray it in your mouth. You know the youngest thing I had was did you lot have the deodorant candy?
Yeah.
That was the stupidest thing I ever done. That
My
was
daughter had one 2
stupid.
days ago. I had a bit.
I can't remember. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. A roll-on sweet.
Yeah.
But that there is Steve-O. And you're the oldest here. I wasn't even going to do it.
I'm not the oldest.
You are.
I'm not.
From your thing says Italia, not Italy. That's a West Germany thing. That's a Soviet Union. You don't tell, man. You're repping Soviet Union.
Hey, I'm not the oldest here. I am.
are.
I'm not the oldest.
Older than Steve.
Yeah, man. By a lot.
That's how it's done anyway. If you play Football Manager, you know they would have offered him out.
Football Manager.
I'm telling you,
Get
they
out
would
there.
have they would have offered him out to all the clubs, wherever Faxes got nothing back. Their agents have got to do their job. Go and find a thing for my player.
Can I ask you
Go
one
and find
question? Because you use Football Manager as the thing, yeah? You know when you put a player for sale and no one forwards back, and then you ask them, yeah, to find clubs. You know what they step back with? You know it's always bullshit, innit? You know they was out there, they got 1.5 million. It's never what you want, bro.
No, but you know at this point,
It's never what you want. You get me?
no, but at this point we got to just clear them off the books.
But you
whatever
gotta-
we,
bro, you
whatever we
can't
can
do
get for
that.
them.
You've got to
No, you see
balance
that? Okay, at
books.
least you see Malacia. They should be on taking like 1.5 million for him.
No, you got to balance the books, bro.
Forget the books.
Who's the priority here? Who's the two that have to go?
You know who you need to ask?
The highest earners, I
Hold
think.
on, no, John. Loons, your opinion don't matter. We need to know John's opinion on this. What do you think about this
You
conversation?
don't even know what's going on.
Bro, this conversation is chaotic, bro. Like, it's just.
Can I ask a question
Alright,
then?
wait. I actually want to give him a chance. Or
Yeah, I
otherwise,
want-
we
I
could
need
end
to-
up with a player here who gets no minutes.
Yeah, I need
No,
to-
I'm not skits, bro.
Do something then.
Oh,
Do something. You're black skip blitz. You're doing up blitz.
Do you know what it is? I'm letting you, man, get whatever you need to get out, and then I'm going to try and
The
make
episode's going to be
But,
done.
However, I do agree with Marks, though, innit? I feel like you need to get away of your big spenders, like the Rashfords.
That's what I said.
The Garnachos. Because you said that.
Garnacho's not a big. He's not a big.
He's not a big spender.
Rashford, Sancho.
That's a market opportunity, Garnacho.
Okay, even at that, Sancho, all these man, you need to make money to then spend money, innit? Because they're already in the shits anyways. So
100%.
it makes sense for them to sell the players that are on their big dough.
I'm not even
big
sure
wages.
if you can buy.
No one wants them. I'll be so real.
Let me ask you this then. How many players are there? 5 players. Can we give them realistic moves? Where do you think they should be?
Rashford to Barca. I think that's the one.
So
that
Rashford to Arsenal's a no-go?
No.
I would have him at the
I think
carpet.
Rashford is the one player on that list that, if he was available like that, he'd have an option of clubs to go to. Yeah, I think Arsenal, if Arsenal was smart...
He is
they'd be
available
in
like
for
that.
him.
No one want to pay his wages.
Yeah, no one wants to touch
No
him.
one want to pay the
I
wages.
feel like, yeah, that's what it is. But I think Rashford will get a move, probably to Barcelona,
Okay.
take a pay cut.
So, because also...
But they couldn't get Nico Williams because of the registration thing. So why can they get Rashford? Ain't it the same story? Ain't it the same thing?
I
They
know,
can't
like,
register
this
players.
is because they're our biggest rivals. We have no chance. That's why I never speak on it. But Marcus Rashford, I'd absolutely take him at Liverpool. But it's
Yeah.
absolutely no chance because we don't sell it to each other, right? Because they're our biggest rivals.
Rashford's
So, you know,
just spent a season on loan at Aston Villa. There's no way he would have saw him spending even a week at Aston Villa in his career. For him to be back at a team like Barca, I think he'll take a pay cut still.
They said he would. All right, Garnacho. Where do we think
I think
Garnacho?
because he's young, he'll be all right as
I
well.
think Leverkusen, I think Atletico.
I personally think Garnacho's the one out of all of those that should stay at United.
No, it actually stinks.
Bro, you see one thing I'm going to say to you, yeah? I'm just going to say, it can't be everyone. Do you know what I'm saying, innit?
It's not
It
everyone.
can't-
It's
no,
about
but-
3 man, bro.
It's not everyone.
But you can't say 3 man's everyone. If it's 3 man, it's 3 man.
Broski,
Nah, but
broski,
you
bro.
hear about
a man, the man, how long has
attitude and that.
Amarim been there?
Okay, who's the bad guys at United right now?
Amarim.
No, the guy that Amarim saying is the bad guys.
Who has he? I don't know.
He said Sancho, Rashford, and Garnacho.
Sancho hasn't been there. He's been while
But
he's
he
been
got
there.
him gone.
No, but while he's been there to even judge him. So that's bullshit.
But
You know what I'm
maybe
saying?
he's not a bad
You know what I'm
guy.
saying? So putting bad eggs on people you've never even dealt with firsthand, that shows you're a bad person anyway.
Yeah,
you didn't even give someone a chance.
I think Amarim.
They didn't give man one a chance.
I don't think he's any
rate
good
Amarim.
anyway.
We
But
don't rate Amarim.
Amarin and Sancho ain't got nothing to do with each other. Sancho needs to go because of the club. It's a club decision. It's not
And
Amarin
Sancho's
thing.
beef was with Ten Hag.
Yeah, but it's a club decision. That's got nothing to do with Amarin. So you say him and Sancho, that don't make no
We were
sense.
just trying to make it work, man.
where does Garnacho go?
Maybe by Leverkusen,
Tottenham.
like you said.
Probably Chelsea.
Villa. If they lose Rashford,
He wore the shirt.
Ooh.
You're up to something there still.
Do you know what? I think Garnacho to Villa, I think that'll be excellent. I think, unlike Rashford, I think Rashford at Villa was even though I think he done all right. I think he was a little bit feeling sorry for himself. Oh my gosh, how am I here? No trim for the announcement picture. Like he couldn't believe it. I think Garnacho now will proper take on that. Yeah, I get to be the bad
You see what
guy,
it is,
innit?
yeah? Think about it, yeah? Well, not think about it, but in my opinion, if you told me Garnacho left United and he stayed in the Prem, the only team I could see that would pay the money for him and get him there is Chelsea.
I hear that.
It makes sense on the wing.
They just got Byron Gittins.
All right, what about Anthony?
He's going back to Spain, man.
What about Anthony?
He's going
Spain,
to
yeah?
Betis have sold a
He's
couple
going back
man
to
still, so
I
Betis
don't
have...
think Betis has got the money. They're saying they can't afford his wages.
What they're probably going to do is wait it out.
Literally
They're probably going to wait
can't
the
afford
window out and just try loan him back in.
I was just about to say that. Another loan, maybe.
It probably could be another loan for Rashford as well.
How about
Maybe.
Sancho?
I could see Rashford being another loan.
Why buy him if you don't have to? You get what I'm trying to say? These are being delayed to come back and all that. Like the manager don't want them. Like, why the team's going to buy them for? Just wait. You just go get him on loan.
What happens to Sancho? What happens to
Juve's
Jadon
interested
Sancho?
heavy.
Wow, man.
That's good.
I think that'd be a great move.
That's good.
Yeah,
Dortmund.
That'd be a sensational move.
You
for
lot
him.
never want to say my bad to me because I said it wouldn't work out, but it's fine.
I weren't here when you said he weren't.
I said he wouldn't work at United, but
I
I've
knew
seen
he
him now at
wouldn't.
Chelsea. I actually rate him. I think on that list of players, he is the best player.
Can I say something?
That's impossible. That's impossible.
Can I say something?
Over Marcus Rashford.
Sancho's got more left in him than Rashford. I think we've seen the best of Rashford.
I want to say something, boys. Steve-O, you were next to me, and I tried to physically attack you a little bit for it. But when we were talking about Rodrigo, I'd rather we get Sancho than Rodrigo. I honestly believe it.
That's insane, man.
Honestly, now let's go again. Let's go again on Twitter.
Madueke don't want for Chelsea. Sancho done.
So you, Steves, when Sancho left Man City as a promising player, obviously landed at Dortmund, hit the ground running, great player. Did you envision that he'd be in this position at this point of his career after a United move, a loan back to Dortmund and a loan to Chelsea?
So obviously I interviewed him a few times back in the day when he was younger. I could listen. He's a top player in it, and top teams want him. He's in the top echelon of players. So I
100%.
did envision that.
100%.
Did I think he'd be playing regular somewhere? 100%. Didn't think he'd have any problems. No, because he had his head screwed on when he was away from the UK. You know what I mean? He was doing things right. So I think personally, it's a UK thing for him. I think people don't understand him. I think in the UK, people expect you to come out and be a part of this culture.
tenacity.
He is more of a sit back, chill,
Chilled,
keep himself to
chilled,
himself,
yeah.
play football. He's a footballer's football. He loves football. He loves football. You know what I mean? So I didn't envision it going how it's gone in the sense of him not playing and being in and out of teams, loaning and all of that. I thought he'd be a staple in someone's team, but he's a superstar. I did envision him becoming a superstar, and he is.
Can I chime in on this, yeah?
What was you laughing at?
No, because I thought he was going to chat waffle again. But what I was going to say to you, though, I chime in on that to back you. Because I think it's a United thing. I've said this before. I think it's just
100%,
United as a whole. You have great players that come and they don't excel as much as they would go to another team. Like, I've seen so many greats.
It's because the shirt's so heavy, bro.
It's
not
not. Mark, you can't say this to everybody, bro.
I'm just saying the shirt's heavy, bro.
You can't, bro, because Di Maria's been there. Bear man have been
The
there.
common denominator is United, the red shirt, Old Trafford. In all them things, all them different players from different levels, different positions. What's the common denominator?
What
Us
it
is-
always comes down
United's
to
different.
is the bottom line. You lot are overpaying these players, and then when
Facts.
you
There's
identify
no-
a problem or a
I
dip
contain
in
it.
form or whatever it is, you instantly think of, oh, we're paying them 350 grand as well.
Thank you. Dan,
the problem is made by United. These are good players.
Great players.
And there would be no issue if you was to take off 100 grand off a couple of these, man. You'd have no issue. They'll be starting. It's the money.
Dan,
Guaranteed.
I've been saying it. Come on, you man, give me my flowers. I've been saying it. There's no incentive at Man United. I've been saying that
The shirt's an
But
incentive.
it's more than that. No, you're right. The shirt is
an incentive, but when you're getting 300k and there's no pressure to do nothing, it's easy, bro.
I listened to Rio talk with Andy Cole the other day. I don't know if you lot saw that on Rio Presents here. And they were telling stories, I tagged you in it, telling stories about Roy Keane. And Roy Keane's favourite line was, and this is not happening no more at United, this is United. That was his favourite line. When anyone done anything in training, this is United. So they always had someone saying those standards, whether it was from Bobby Charlton to Bobby Robson, like all the way through, they always had someone. Someone now, I would say, is probably Bruno. I look at Bruno and he looks like he's walking
And you
around.
probably can't even pronounce it.
I think more of his thing is like, more thing is football rather than United. So you look at him and you think he's a footballer, he's a captain and he leads by example, but he hasn't got the United in his blood. They've not got no one at that team with United in his blood.
Nah, still, it's different.
I respect that.
Hold on. There's a man on this list that we're trying to ignore. Maleficent. I saw him in his loan announcement wearing glasses and mini afro in his announcement to wherever he went on loan.
PSV.
United aren't the same. This is where United go wrong.
Have United got homegrown players? Like who's your?
I was just about to ask that as well.
Sancho, innit?
But they got rid of a great one, which is
homegrown,
Scott
Rashford's
McTominay.
homegrown. Sancho's homegrown.
Sancho.
Paid 72 million.
For the youth team.
Homegrown. I'm saying
He's
from
saving
like
England from
someone
Man City,
from
of course he is.
United that's been there from like a.
There's three of you that are
What
always
three?
speaking on
What
top of
three?
that three.
Bro, you lot complain saying that I'm moving like skits.
you
Now
can't
I'm
find-
moving like
You
Wick.
can't do skits
You don't want
and
to.
pockets and Ronaldinho. Find space in between.
You never find space.
Muller, just
Man, them that never find space can't tell me to find
Muller.
space. That makes sense.
True.
we need to get the ball moving now. Therefore, need to get the ball
No, it
moving.
is.
We're tripping up.
Yeah, we're tripping up.
Forget United now then.
Let's you know what it is. Let's move on. No, not even to move on, but to conclude it. Let's get these players moves, man.
All right,
get these players
Rashford. Rashford is boss, all right? Garnacho, Aston Villa.
Or Atletico, maybe.
I'm going to go Villa.
I'm saying Labour.
Villa. Okay, Villa.
Anthony.
Betis.
I'm saying stay.
Sancho.
He's not staying.
I think it's a bit of a tricky one.
Juve.
Sancho
Juve?
needs to go to abroad. Anywhere abroad.
The best team that wants him. It's as simple as that.
Juve.
Because that's
Juve.
where he always ends up.
What's the best type of team that I want him?
Maleficent. I'll be honest.
Melissa Fern, Reading.
Burnley. Put him with Kyle Walker, man.
I don't even know how good he is because we've not seen him.
PSV.
They said no, they didn't want him back.
Was it at PSV? Is that where he
A
was?
PSV or final said they didn't want to extend him. I know
He
that.
could go
But
Austrian.
what if just the maddest thing happens?
The other Leipzig.
And what I believe, look, they got 8 weeks, no bids. They're in training tracksuits. Come
saying he
December,
stays?
come August 16th, they're in training tracksuits in the stand. What happens?
He stays.
Do you know, they all stay. Because it's possible, bro. They're expensive outlays. Everyone's finding
Bro,
options.
Loons, Rashford's 10's gone.
Yeah, I
He's
was
gone.
just- that as
Hundo,
well,
but listen,
yeah.
Lippy,
Rashford's gone.
Lippy. Every team that was linked to these guys are finding options. Like we're saying Barcelona. If they get Luis Diaz, it's not the usual transfer merry-go-round where Liverpool go and get Rashford because her move to us is out the option. So then where does he go?
And also, do you know what? Let's be totally honest. It's not every player that gets the move.
Exactly.
Some do have to train with the 23s. We've seen big
Trust
players train
me,
with
bro.
23s.
And they got 4 or 5 man that man are saying, they're I ain't seen them be for a hot minute though. And they're on big bar. And there's some young 22-year-old over there. Let me get Byron Gittins. That's what Chelsea done. Let me get Byron Gittins.
Jamie Gittins.
Yeah, Jamie Byron Gittins.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Double-barreled surname, innit? Yeah.
What was he? 55. You're gonna get at least 60 for Garnacho.
And you lot probably got him on about 50k. If you got Garnacho wants oneers.
We got one of the lowest wage bills in the league.
Now you have, yeah. You learn art. You got our module. You got to do well to get the money. Got to do well. Got to have cold seasons. That's why Mo's on 350. He earned it. There's no one looking at Mo saying, why are you on 350? No one. There's people at Man U wondering why people are on 350. Facts. And that's where disdain forwards in.
Right, let's talk about Arsenal. They have finally signed their tempo setter, Zubimendi. Good signing. Lippy isn't even talking right now. We can't even see him.
Good signing, yeah. From what I'll be honest with you, a lot of the assumptions and our thoughts were made when he come on for Rodri in the Euro final. And from then we was like, this guy, who is this guy? He's a great player. Obviously people that knew about Spanish football knew about him, but that was kind of the first time I'd really set eyes on him properly. And I've watched him since, and he's not a player that's got loads of frills, but for me, for Arsenal, believe it or not, as class as he is, he's industrious as well. He gets about, he could be...
Half turn.
You know who he reminds me of?
Ramsey.
A bit of that, but Gundogan.
Okay.
It reminds me a bit of that. It reminds me a bit of Gundogan. So like
defensive version.
bit more defensive, yeah, a bit more defensive. But Gundogan did play deeper early on in his career, right? So
and he can bring the ball
I think he's a good player for 50 million as well. When you consider, I don't know, I like to do this, but drink water went for 40. You know what I mean? So it's a good 50 is a good player for a player of that class. I think in a couple of years he's £100 million player. I really do. So that's good. I just don't like how long it took. I don't like how long Arsenal are taking to do any of their business, but they've signed him now, and that is a solid signing.
Yeah, I'll rate the signing.
They signed a few man already, didn't it?
Nah,
Well,
but
they're
I
working
think
on it,
in
man.
terms of him though, it's been on the cards for about
Yeah, for
probably
ages,
3
man.
windows now.
Yeah.
A summer, a January, then another summer.
Even with us as well. But yeah, he's obviously a good player. He's a transitional player, isn't it? If your team keeps the ball, he's a person. That is an anti.
And what, you are getting Madueke as well?
Press resistant.
Before we talk about Madueke, let's talk about who we came here to talk about.
we? I ain't coming here talking about no one. Arsenal fans always do this, yeah? Always. They always do it. Yeah, and they done it. They had a song for certain midfielders. Abama blood clot yang. Laka blood clot Zet. They have names. They always do these things. They make big scenes. Then a few seasons later, I want him out my club. I want him out, bruv. Just running down the wing doing nothing. That's what always
Let
happens.
him
I'm
land
saying.
before you do your...
I'm saying they always do this.
Okay, so what's he going to do?
Just make it
Okay, let's go.
Monks, remember what I said to you outside, innit? So when I say it again, like we had the conversation.
Boys, Victor Gyökeres. As you know, there was a wrestle between him and Sesko. My side won. We got the player that I want. Yeah. Let's not do this. Because for one time, yeah, Arsenal are buying a player that is undeniably doing well right now. It's always like Podolski or like Shamak or one of these, man. Aubameyang was the one, yeah? None of us wanted Aubameyang gone,
These
bro.
are all for the...
How are we for the...
Because when you thought he was going to United, you were chatting bare about
What
him
are you
on the pod.
talking about? How's that chat?
Moving like he was media
I've been
and
on
that.
this show every week.
How?
When you ain't
You
been
just
here.
man's calling him
Bro,
28.
Loons.
Man's calling him 28 the day after his birthday.
Loons.
You don't have to say this. You just been horrible to him. He was meaty. I've watched the episodes. I weren't here. I've been watching. If you can just let you man do what you want.
Lippy rated him now.
Focus.
I rated him. While you was dressed as a Soviet Union soldier on Pen Game Twitter, yeah, I was talking about Sesko.
Man, give you a kick in the esophagus.
I said, if there's a 9 that we
There was
bring
no need
into
to kick
this
me like
club,
that. Wait, then stop.
no, I had to get you. What's
What's going on?
I'm on you, bro.
That's
You
good
can't-
promo.
What do you mean? You
know
had
what, for
bare
real.
time
Man,
on
Adam
your
Smith.
hands.
Get your tickets. I'm going to send a link to Poet.
Yeah, Cold War
in the link
tickets,
below.
steady. But
Cold
all
War.
jokes aside, I've always been an advocate for Gyökeres. Yeah, I think Arsenal needs something different. I think we need a player that's different to the rest of our players. The players we have get us second at best. We've seen that 3 years on the trot. We need a guy that is different to what we have, and I think that's Gyökeres. It's not Sesko.
Will he be caught up against a low block? He's better on the run, in behind on the counter and all that. You're not in that position a lot. You
He's a
usually just got
battler, bro.
possession.
He's mobile. He's strong. He's
Direct,
quick.
everything.
We ain't had that. Because again, Aubameyang, Lacazette, all these guys, as good as players they are, they ain't got that evilness that
And
a
you said
9
something
has.
important there, Lips, at the start. You said he's undeniably playing well right now.
Yeah.
You know what that brings? Confidence.
Confidence.
So when you're getting a player that thinks he's the best and he comes into your team, he's gonna lift the rest.
100%. However, that whole nearing completion thing that Arsenal always do leads me to believe this is not even close to done. I've seen Arsenal do it.
They're getting him though.
I've seen Arsenal do this
They're getting
100
him.
times.
They're getting him.
How many times have Chelsea managed to let Arsenal do all the work? You agree to personal terms. We'll just come and we'll do copy and paste and we'll add a little bit more.
They've agreed personal terms, so I'm guessing it's mostly done. Man.
I believe, not in a respectful way, I think Man United was seriously on him, innit? And I think he kind of sold himself to Arsenal. I think Arsenal were looking at Sesko. And I think he sold himself to them.
So what is this credible? Is this?
No, I'm not saying I believe.
Do you know what I heard though? So I heard that they've agreed personal terms with Gyökeres, but they haven't spoke to the club. So there's no
same with Madueke.
Yeah, same with Madueke.
And
Same with us as well.
Like so, Arsenal. It seems like they agree with the club. Sorry, they agree with the player, but the tough part for a lot of these players, not so much Gyökeres, because he's already said he's not going back to Sporting. So he's playing himself, talking him way out of this, you know what I mean? So I think it will get done, but you might have to pay a bit more now, because it's like, look, it's like, you know, when you got something, it's like,
nah, man, I think in this day and age,
overpay.
with the way they
cheaper?
tweet about these deals and you see them go through, you know what, and I think once you agree personal terms, yeah, it's basically done. You know what I'm trying to say? 100%, because you know what the player's worth, innit? If you're not going to pay what the player's worth, yeah, you're not going to get into the conversation in no cases in the first place.
Is it strong hand?
Like with Madueke, they're going to have to go between like 40, 45 million, and they know that.
50.
But can I ask, yeah? Ain't talking to the player before the club, ain't that old school tapping up?
Yeah, but
Ain't that old school tapping up?
Changed now. I don't know.
All changed. It is
Don't
old
do
school.
that.
I think it's no,
That is.
you can't. But I think it's safer now, innit? I think
Can't do that, bruv.
now with these big deals, let's have it right. 50 mil is the new 25, 30 mil.
Yeah,
If
new
you're
15,
the
20.
guy, I think now, if you're the guy that's receiving the player, you want to be in charge of the deal, as for the most part.
It's just logic, innit? Because times are changing and there's like player power and all that. Like, there's no point going and agreeing a deal with the club, saying, yeah, all right, cool, I got 20 million, and then I'll forward to you and say, yeah, come. You're just gonna say, no, I'm not signing a contract. I don't want to go there. So it's better to sort out play away first.
Yeah, I reckon they probably get a club's blessing. Like, what do you value him at? Are you willing to hit the...
Give him permission to talk to the player, yeah, of
I
course.
just think it's more to do with the player now. So, like, for example, Xabi Alonso wanted Zubimendi, yeah? But the reason he didn't get him, apparently, is because Zubimendi's people them said that his image rights is already with Arsenal. Like, it's done. For you to get that undone, you would have to pay a ridiculous fee.
Is it right?
You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah, bro. It's like, I just think the players are proper... Like, they're the front runners in this deal. Them and their agents sit there, and they're the guys that say, yeah, we want this, that, and the third. And I think with Sesko now, I think him and his agent just done too much. It's as simple as that, where Leipzig ain't in that position, Sesko, the player, in that position, where Arsenal just said, cool, we'll just go get the other
Leipzig,
guy.
the Red Bull company, they're probably one
Bro,
of the
they're-
best selling clubs out there. Like, they're not
100%.
difficult to deal with. They're not. You just got to meet their price. You got them. It's fairly easy.
With Werner, Mane, all these players, Southampton, Chelsea, whatever, it weren't between them and another player. So if it's between Sesko, who's got Red Bull and all these men that want all these extra fees, and humble Gyökeres, who's just in... Because I'm seeing Gyökeres is like trying to give up some of his own bread to get to Arsenal. Like, he really wants to move.
But that's why I said Arsenal was looking at Sesko, but Gyökeres has sold himself to Arsenal. Like, look, this fee's not there, that fee's not there.
So when I asked you what you meant, this is what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but
couldn't
you
explain
said
that.
I've had sources. I said, no, it's just what I believed. You know what I'm saying, innit? So he sold
That makes
him.
sense. Yeah,
Makes
that makes
sense. Makes sense.
He sells him, so he takes things off the table, makes it a bit more easier, and also say, you know what, we get a little quick 3 seasons, save 20 mil.
So Sporting are looking at a player called Louis, greatest name in the world, Suarez, at Almeria.
They're always good.
Almeria.
Not the top 9. Not the real
No,
one.
but they're always good.
So they're definitely getting rid of him then, Gyökeres.
My man said he ain't going back. He said he ain't training, nothing.
But
He
we
ain't
know
playing.
how the Portuguese league is, boys, isn't it? Like
What's that
they
mean?
got Gyökeres from Coventry,
Yeah,
and he
so-
ran and ripped the league up, so they can quintessentially go to the championship and go and get someone to go and win them the league. So
Loons, he improved though. He's
no,
not
he
the
did.
same player that he was then.
No, absolutely. But they did get him from the championship.
You know what? It's mad that you're talking about the championship, yeah. Did you know that it's actually harder to score in the championship than it is in the Belgium league and the Portuguese league?
What made you say that?
Bro, it's actually stats. like you can check it up, bro. Like it's there.
Yeah, it's probably, I'll be honest, the championship might be
do you feel
better
now?
leagues.
Championship's one of the better leagues in the world, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The champion is a hard league though. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's like 6. It's like 5th or 6th, I think.
So, can I ask you now, Lippy, how do you feel knowing that you've got a guy that's basically scoring League One goals? Basically.
Championship League One goal.
No, he said
the
the championship is better. It's better than Portuguese.
You know the goalpost
so
always
these
gets
are
moved.
League
Can I
One
answer you?
goals.
Am I allowed?
Dwight Gale.
This is what I've seen. Players that score a lot in the championship of recently score a lot in the Premier League.
Cap.
Antony, Mitrovic, right? They score a lot of goals.
Not all of them.
Bamford, right? They score 10 plus 50.
Rashford.
They score a lot of goals. They score a lot of goals.
Rashford.
And I think I've said it on this show.
Vardy.
I've said it on this show many times. I think Gyökeres is just scoring goals, regardless of what level he's playing at.
yeah.
He's scoring goals, and I think that's what's important about bringing in a player.
I
that
think
level.
smaller, not the smaller teams, but under 8th in the league downwards, he's gonna ruin. He's gonna be.
That's half the teams in the league.
No,
Well,
absolutely.
more
I
than
just think,
half.
yeah, you don't have to do it every
think he's
game. You
gonna
know what I'm saying? That's a
slap them
killer.
up, yeah.
You
He'll score against everyone.
I think it'll be the other way around. I think
hat-trick on his debut.
teams that come to play football, a hat-trick on his debut, match day 1 against United.
Yeah.
Dark.
Don't gas me. Don't
Dark.
do that. Boys, I'm telling you this for
He's
now.
setting them up
I'm-
for
I'm
failure.
telling you, boys. If he gets a hat trick on his debut, then the episode after, regardless of the weather, regardless of my weight, I'm bare chest, bro. Bare chest.
Hey.
I'm showing them as God gave me, bro.
Let me tattoo
Swear
you.
it down, fam.
What about the beef?
That's a God
What
thing.
beef?
What beef?
Remember Gabriel done the wrong one.
No, but it's a link up now. You ain't ever seen Batman and Bane on the same glide.
And he said, yeah,
that's a
I'm
different
Batman.
thing. If man see,
No, you got it like that.
no, let me learn. If man see Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus on the same glide, Justice League. Don't play
We
with
need
it.
new celebrations,
Don't
you
play
know.
with it.
We need new celebrations though in the league.
Go on, like
We
what?
do. I don't know, because what's the last great? The last great celebration we saw is PK Humble.
What would your celebration be,
The
Dan?
best celebrations at Mateta right now. The
Dan.
fly kick, boom!
The one
that
sit on.
one's cold.
It's kudos when he sits on the side.
What would your celebration be
Today, 2025.
today, right now? You're saying you need new celebrations. What would your celebration be?
I think someone needs to bring back the
DJ.
Heskey.
Yeah, Heskey needs to get.
It's time for it to come back, you know, because he hit the bin in the levels
Yeah, he
thing
did.
as well. I think
He did.
time to
That
show
was
some
clean. Did you
homage.
see that, yeah?
That was clean.
Man is the good Johnson. It's too subtle. You just
Mine is,
subtle.
you know what mine is?
That's cold.
Mine's the Lacazette, no emotion, stare at. a
Everyone
random
has to
crowd.
make up their own celebration.
That's my
make
celebration.
up, make
Bro,
up.
your own.
Listen.
You're saying the question is this. What I'm saying, you man are getting me mad. Your question was, we need new celebrations. Yes. So I'm asking you, nobody else's celebration, your own celebration. It's not telling about Good
No,
Johnson.
but I'm not saying, but he's saying it's like Good Johnson. He's not saying Good Johnson. Like my thing.
So why are you mentioning?
Listen,
Like I said,
I'm a fullback. I'm a fullback. In the last 2 seasons, I've scored about 4 goals. My goal has been to run to the crowd like, oh my God, I've scored again, even though it's only 4 goals in the last about 100 games. That's my thing. I move like, how dare you celebrate like this is shocking.
What are you doing, John?
This is standard.
Yeah,
me,
what's yours?
I'm doing a waistline thing.
You didn't know
What's
what?
that?
Waistline thing.
Oh yeah. That makes
that?
sense.
Like a whiny
Congo, yeah.
So if I
yeah.
score goal,
Yeah.
So you're copying the PK Humble.
Yeah,
again?
no,
it's not
that's
copying
Congo.
the
That's Congo.
No? Oh.
That's Congo.
it's
I
a
rate
Congolese thing. It's not everything is copied. You copied.
No, me. I'm gonna do the Gaston. I call it the.
Get the hell
You
out
know,
of here.
let-
What's your
yeah.
thing? What are you doing? Celebration.
Celebration, true, I'm an OG.
Talk to the mic. Talk to
True,
the
I'm an
mic.
OG, yeah. You know he's got to have a little jump in there.
Yeah, he does.
It's
Every
gotta
time I've seen him score, I've seen him
yeah.
do it,
So,
Marga.
but I'm not finished.
Part 2.
Hey,
Sorry,
buddy.
bro. Sorry.
Got to talk about. Listen, so I was potentially gonna jump the air, yeah, but it's my job. You get what I'm saying? So bury it and just make my way back to the halfway line. It's not really gonna. Yeah, it's my job. The postman don't celebrate when he delivers the mail. You get me? So just pop.
Marga, what you saying?
Couple pats on the back. You get me?
You know my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, headshot.
Can't believe you done it. Can't believe it.
I'll be honest. You might not get away with that on TV now, though.
Them
I could have
dead.
2 walk in it.
Them dead. You might have to do this. So it's like, think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Know them way there, yeah.
I'm doing the running man.
Running,
You
man.
gotta go like
Running
that,
man.
Corny.
Yeah, we've never seen that in football.
Yeah,
You know?
never ever. I can't believe no one's done it.
Because they could tear up the grass.
Too corny,
The
yeah.
running man. Not if you do it proper, like.
We've got blades on, mate.
Oh my God.
That's not running man.
That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't
That's
it.
not the
Stepping
running
man.
man.
My leg, one sec.
That's the step.
I'm gonna be stop.
That's not the running man
That's not the
either.
running man.
You don't know what the running man
Hey,
is?
stop it. That's not it. That's not it.
Nah,
Stop it.
bro. Then yeah.
Out there.
No, you wasn't. You're going like, you're stepping out of...
Way out of rhythm.
I was thinking of the other one, the yardy one, Nolinga.
Yeah, you're doing the link.
I can't lie. You can you know what? You can tell he's been to Burnley still. That's how they dance up there.
Anyway, I'll do something like that, man.
Filthy fellas have teamed up with the watch section for the live show. We are giving one lucky ticket holder to the live show a chance to win a Rolex, a real deal Rolex. How many Rolexes have you had, Dan?
A lot.
It's horrible. I ain't even had half
I've
of
never
them.
had one, so have I
Neither
got
have I.
opportunity of buying it or winning it?
You don't, bro. Unless you want to buy it off the actual winner. Because the actual winner is going to buy their ticket, follow the filthy fellas and the what section on Instagram, come to the live show, automatically be entered into the giveaway. The tickets are in the description box below.
Aye, and by the way, we went to the Hackney Empire this week. I'm telling you, this live show is gonna be a live show.
So what if I buy 10 tickets?
You can't win. You can't win. I want the person who wins it to be absolutely nothing to do with us from flipping Scunthorpe.
Boys,
Nah,
boys,
man. I'm not
listen,
agree with
Hackney's
that.
far,
let's
man.
not
to Scunny.
act like we're not getting Rolex money over here. Now that certain things has changed. Yeah, let's relax. We're gonna get our Rolexes.
I got mine.
Let the crowd land right
technically.
now.
Steve-O.
We have got something exciting to tease right now. Play the VT, GOP.
Hackney! Bro, what's wrong with this Hackney place, man? And I know I've come here early as well, bruv. Poet, I don't know why he's got me here early. And I know Lippy's.
Billing. Bro, billing pole for that, you know. Longest cab journey, felt like Milan without the AC, bro.
£40.
What, can we get a munch?
In East?
Little fried rice, spring roll, something, bro.
Nah, it's gotta be something small, like a patty or something, man.
Patty.
What you saying though? Chicken or...
Beef. I'm telling you, United versus Liverpool is not as big as Liverpool versus Everton.
Dan, have you gone mad? Forget even El Clasico, bro. You ain't seen a rivalry like this since Cowboys versus Indians, rude boy.
Yo, brother. Yo, what you want? Let me get a Henny apple juice. Winner of that.
Bro, the Indians never had a Seamus Coleman. But do you know what? We can have this conversation because at least you don't
Me, the king of Hackney, the old king, can't retired from that life. But we're here, killing it, shelling it. Where the MANDEM at, man? What the hell's going on, man?
What loose?
Bumper Clark.
Thank you for joining us, man. Come take a seat.
You man? We can't react to our own thing like that.
Wow, delicious.
Wednesday, the 13th of August, Hackney Empire. Tickets for the show are in the description below.
Listen, Dan, we was there. We was there the other day. Man. What's the venue saying, man?
It's gonna be special. I'll be totally honest.
Obviously, we got the Patreon behind the scenes coming back right
back.
at ya.
Back at ya.
That's my words.
At ya.
I wanted to say that right back at ya.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, we ain't got Batman, but we got Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know who he is. But he's always in denim, all denim, recording the MANDEM. Big up Robin. He made me and Skits do our filthy ad about 17 times in a row. He's a perfectionist.
I just gave him the big yawn still.
Listen, become a member, get early access to the episodes, and Mondays, unfiltered, behind the scenes, new angles, everything. There's even more Patreon content coming soon, but make sure that you like, subscribe. Filthy's out of here.
Yeah, comment.
We're gone. Love.